Hi guys! So for today's Veda video, I'm going to talk about Syriah's first workbook. And what is this? This is Syriah's first workbook ever. I believe it was. I think my mom got this for her. And it came from Walmart. And I've had it since 2011. That was ages ago. And it took me forever to get her to finish this workbook because in the beginning I wasn't on traditional homeschooling just yet. Not fully because she was so young. I think she was like 2 when she got this. So maybe like almost 3. But they have very simple things in the beginning. Yeah, it says ages 3 to 5. I don't think she was fully of age to use it as much yet. But over the years, I have had her practically finish it. So, this is what it looks like. This is page 1. And they have just simple things where, you know, your child draws a line to match objects that go together. Stuff like that. That's how they start out. Bunch of line drawing, matching letters. You know, pretty simple stuff in the beginning. And then once they master basic line writing, then it goes on to, I guess, matching objects, more line drawings, to familiarize your child with just drawing straight lines, I guess. So it's very important. Your child needs to at least know how to draw in a straight line, or write in a straight line, before they can officially do any type of real schoolwork. And this is also good for curves. You know, your child also needs to learn how to curve lines before they write, because, you know, we all need to learn curves, because letters consist of curves, numbers consist of curves. It's just important. It's very important for your child. Once they have an interest in writing, they need to learn how to draw lines, curves, you know, shapes, points, angles, all that type of stuff. So this book was great for that. It really did help her. And this is the fat workbook. That's why I've had it for so long. It's a really fat workbook. Like, oh my gosh, it has a lot of good stuff in it though. It taught Syriah how to draw circles. This is not a teaching time lesson. This is just tracing circles, because she was nowhere near ready for that. And then it moves on to this. So I really love this workbook. It had a lot of things, you know, drawing slanted. You know, your child also needs to learn that, because of course letters. And more curved lines, of course, helping out with letters like the letter U, stuff like that. And then there's an introduction to the alphabet. So as the child's going along, they learn how to write the alphabet. Of course, tracing first. Tracing always needs to come first, and then they write all through. And there's like several segments of this workbook where it'll go from one section to another. Hold on, I'm trying to flip. Anyway, I'm trying to show you the other segment. Once your child completes the first segment of the workbook, there's the next segment where they trace every letter here. And then it goes on to stuff like this. And just recognizing capital letters. They start with the capitals. And after they master that, here comes the lowercase. Of course, your child needs to learn how to write all of that. So I did all of these. As you can see, I put dates. I'm a big date fanatic, so I'll know when things happen, when my child completes things, and all that other jibber jabber that y'all might not care about, but here it is. This workbook has been wonderful for me over the years. And then it starts over. Here's the other segment where it gets a little harder. Things get harder as your child masters the alphabet. And they start doing things like this, letter mazes, beginning sounds, and then they have like a coloring sheet along with each letter. So each day, each letter you do, you get to color. So I color all of these. It's just been wonderful. And like I said, it took me longer than it should have to complete this workbook with her, because again, it's just a big workbook, and sometimes I would have her do other little workbooks, you know, like from the dollar store or whatnot. I have a bunch of workbooks that fully stick to this. I had her writing other things. I I have her drawing on the board sometimes. There's different ways of learning. There's so many ways to learn. You can't just stick to one. So yeah, and then after you finish the last letter segments, they have even harder things like this. They have mazes. Then they have a find the object type of thing. And it goes on and on until connect the dots. This is really fun for her. See, we're still not completely done with this workbook, but all she has left is just a bunch of connect dots and color. She's pretty much beyond that because she gets kind of bored coloring stuff nowadays. Considering she just pretty much started first grade. So she's not too big on coloring much anymore. She'd rather just write all day and learn. She'd rather not color as much, so this is a good thing. But anyway, I'm going to have her finish these. Sometimes I'll let Jam do work in this workbook because I only have one of these. Occasionally I'll let him do a connect the dots and coloring sheet at the end of this book. See, he did one there. And sometimes I'll have him do others just randomly, just to help me finish this up. This book is like beyond old, and yeah, I don't know if I'm going to actually keep it or not because all the pages are used up. And my other kids, I'm probably just going to have to buy another one, or just, you know, a different type of workbook for when Samari starts writing, and, you know, Jelani and all that. It's all good though, I can always get another one. So, yeah, when she finally finishes, page 319, OMG, well, actually page 320 is the really last page. And then there's a certificate for her, saying that she finished it, so she's probably gonna love that when she finally gets done. And at the end, there's some activities for you to do with your child, random activities. There's little helpful things for you to know. So yeah. Yep, this book is by School Zone. I love School Zone. School Zone's products are always great. So this book, I love this book. This is Syriah's very first workbook, and it's kind of like a what do you call it? A keepsake. If I can, I will save it just for memories and whatnot. Try to look back on and say this is her very first workbook, and she completed it. And whatever, yeah. So yeah, that completes today's video. I hope I helped someone. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you guys keep watching all my videos, and thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Tell me what grade your child is in or going to, and what you're teaching them currently. Yeah. Write that in the comments below. I will talk to you guys later. Peace out.